Namaskar. Welcome to Dr. Rao's Temple of Learning. This is your YouTube channel, Spiritual Management Course. This is part 2 of my 8th small independent discourse presented to you entitled as The I and the Body, the Concept of Scientific Religion, part 2. Yes, this is Dr. A.P. Rao, Vice President Telecom Division, High Physics Laboratory India Private Limited, MIDC Ranjangaon, Pune, Maharashtra. The summary of the part 1 reads as: sometimes we question ourselves that what for we are born, how have we born. When this sense of differentiating between I and the body is developed, one can observe the external happenings as an observer, that is, as a third person, even for one's own body. It may be understood that the very purpose is upliftment of the consciousness, and that can be carried out only through the body only. And the principle applied is the work, action, and reaction only. This is what we have discussed in part 1. Now, how a new life begins? We can say that the soul, Atma, or energy is available around which the matter is condensed in mother's body in specific environment, and the new life begins. The same we have depicted in a physical experiment of Millikan's oil drop. Now the question may be raised that why should we consider that I is energy or soul and not the body? In simple way, let us ask ourselves, what do we want? The answer shall come as we want happiness in general. If we want happiness, why do we run behind name, fame, and money? Whether they give us permanent happiness? The answer would come as no, since everything is for certain time only. May it be name, fame, money, or anything else which is external. Actually, happiness is made related to social status and false sense of security. Even if we consider it as true, whether the rich and popular people are always happy, the answer would again come as no. It means such people may have achieved satisfaction and happiness, but for the time being only. But they have not achieved complete satisfaction and permanent happiness. The truth is, everything in life starts with the fear of death and ends with the death of the body. So, in external physical world, we have to reach to obtain best physical facilities for development to make the life smooth and easy. And since only this does not move us to permanent happiness, we require to search our internal world. And in internal world, soul is to be seen separately from the body to understand the merger of our own energy packet with the whole cosmic energy or cosmos. And to achieve this, the discussion of I and the body is needed. The fact is, the internal and the external, both developments are equally important. The two appears to be enemy in Eastern and Western culture. East says that external developments are useless, while West says if we do not observe physically, why and what to talk about internal development? And because of these attitudes, in general, the East has remained economically poor, that is, without money, and the West has become rich but without internal peace. If you observe carefully, it seems that both these views are correct and complete. The two are required to be joined and to be seen as a part of one and the same process. There is a small story with respect to this. A group of few foreign students who were in India was in a city. They were taken a small house on rent and studied in one of the institutes. At times, they enjoy the life with songs and dance in addition to their regular course of studies. Because of the different lifestyle and such attitude, the nearby resident looked to them as insignificant and named these Western students as of materialistic mind, non-religious and atheist. When the course was completed, they were planning to go home, but before that, they had distributed their households and the other material to nearby residents and said thank you for the hospitality to those residents. The people who was calling them materialistic and atheist for the whole time of their course were happy to receive Western goods for no cost. Who should be called atheist? Generating more money and utilizing physical facilities cannot be of second order or lower level and should not be said as immaterial. But if someone attach himself with this only, the very joy of life is necessarily lost, because it's a human nature that as soon as one article is obtained, the wish moves to the other one. Thus, the life becomes endless blind race in which there is no point of satisfaction. This may be the reason why the emotions have lost from the life of the West. On the other hand, to show unimportance of physical matter, the East remained economically poor. Now, their whole energy is being consumed to earn bread and butter to fight against poverty. Therefore, the midway is to be searched and followed by Eastern and Western both people. The way may be to understand the difference between I and body, or the body and the soul. If it is understood properly in terms of religious science, we shall religiously work for external development and simultaneously shall also try to achieve the true meaning of permanent happiness through internal development. As a concluding remark, we may say that we require to learn neither to attach ourselves with materialistic world nor to neglect it. This combined approach can only lead us to achieve the greater goals of life. And this is what the spiritual management approach teaches us. Thank you very much. And as usual, I complete and close this part 2 with the shloka Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. It means, it appears you can take as much as you want from the nature and still you will be left with as much. Thank you.